Welcome to Pillar 1, the true cost realm. This is the first doorway in your first car mastery quest, and it is the realm that catches more young Australians off guard than anything else. Because when you are buying your first car, everyone talks about the excitement, the freedom, the independence, the feeling of finally having your own set of wheels, but almost no one talks about the real cost of owning that freedom. Think of this realm like a wide, misty landscape. The car, the shiny thing you want, sits right in the center, glowing like a treasure chest, but surrounding it are layers of fog, shadows, and hidden pathways, and inside that fog are the things nobody explained to you in school, the ongoing costs, the surprise expenses, the financial responsibilities that come with owning a car in Australia. And here is the truth. Most first-time buyers walk into this realm completely unprepared. Not because they are careless, but because they were never taught how this world works. School teaches you algebra. It teaches you Shakespeare. It teaches you how to label the mitochondria. But it does not teach you how to budget for Rego, or why insurance costs more when you are under 25, or how a cheap car can become expensive if it is thirsty on fuel. So you enter adulthood with a massive blind spot, and the car market expects you to magically know everything. In this pillar, we are going to fix that. Before we talk numbers, before we talk budgeting, before we talk strategy, we need to understand the why. Why does owning a car cost more than the sticker price? Why do these costs exist? Why do they matter? And why do so many young Australians feel overwhelmed the moment they drive off the lot? Let us start with the big idea. Owning a car is not a one-time purchase. It is a living expense. It is not like buying a phone or a laptop. A car is a system, a machine, a responsibility, and every part of that machine has a cost attached to it. When you understand this, something powerful happens. You stop thinking like a first-time buyer, and you start thinking like someone who is in control. You begin to see the patterns. You begin to anticipate the costs. You begin to plan, instead of react. And that is the whole purpose of this pillar, to give you the clarity that most people never get until they have already made expensive mistakes. So in this first part, we are exploring the concept of true cost, the mindset shift, the hidden layers, the things nobody explains. In Part B, we will break down the actual numbers, the real-world examples, and the practical budgeting steps that will save you stress, money, and headaches. Take a breath. You are not here to be overwhelmed. You are here to learn the things that give you power, the things that turn confusion into confidence. Welcome to the true cost realm. Let us step deeper. Now that we have explored the mindset behind the true cost realm, let us walk deeper into the forest and shine a light on the actual numbers, the real, everyday costs of owning a car in Australia. Because here is the reality. Most first-time buyers only budget for the loan repayment, but the loan is just one branch of the tree. The rest of the tree, the part you do not see, is where the real weight sits. Let us break down the major costs, one by one, and talk about why they matter. First, registration. Every car on Australian roads needs Rego. Depending on your state, your car, and your timing, this can be anywhere from a few $100s to over $1,000 per year. It is not optional. It is not flexible. It is a fixed cost that arrives whether you are ready or not. Next, insurance. If you are under 25, insurance is usually higher, not because you are doing anything wrong, but because insurers calculate risk based on age and experience. Comprehensive insurance can easily become one of your biggest yearly expenses. And if you choose a car that is expensive to repair, that cost climbs even higher. Then, servicing. Every car needs regular servicing to stay safe and reliable. Oil changes, filters, inspections. These are the quiet costs that keep your car alive. Skipping them does not save money. It just delays a bigger bill. Tires. Most people forget tires completely, but tires wear out, and replacing all four can cost hundreds of dollars. It is one of those surprise expenses that hits young drivers hardest. Fuel. Fuel is the cost that never stops. A car that seems cheap up front can become expensive if it drinks fuel like a dragon. This is why understanding fuel economy matters. It is not a nerdy detail. It is a weekly cost. Repairs. Even good cars need repairs eventually. A battery, a brake pad, a sensor. These are not dramatic failures. They are normal parts of owning a car, but they cost money, and they rarely arrive at a convenient time. Roadside assistance. Not essential, but incredibly useful, especially for first-time buyers driving older cars. Depreciation is the silent cost, the one that does not show up as a bill, but absolutely affects your money. Your car loses value every year, even if you treat it perfectly, and the moment you drive it away, the market already sees it as used. But here is the part nobody explains clearly. Depreciation affects your resale value, your trade-in value, and your loan position. Let us break that down. When you go to sell your car privately, the market decides what it is worth, not the amount you paid, and not the amount you still owe on your loan. A car that cost $15,000 2 years ago might now be worth $10,000. That $5,000 difference is depreciation, and it is real money you never get back. If you have looked after the car, serviced it, kept it clean, and avoided accidents, you slow the depreciation curve. If you have neglected it, the curve gets steeper. Dealers do not pay market value. They pay wholesale value, usually lower than what you would get selling privately. So if your car is worth $10,000 on the private market, a dealer might offer $7,000 or $8,000 as a trade-in. That gap is normal. It is how the industry works. But here is the trap. If your loan balance is higher than the trade-in value, the dealer cannot magically fix that. You still owe the difference. This is the part that catches first-time buyers the hardest. Let us say, you bought a car for $15,000. 2 years later, it is worth $10,000. But your loan balance is still $12,000. If you want to sell or trade in the car, you have a $2,000 shortfall, and that shortfall must be paid by you. You cannot roll it into the sale price. You cannot hide it. You cannot avoid it. You must cover it from your own savings, or the sale cannot go ahead. This is why understanding depreciation is so important. It is not just about the car losing value. It is about whether the value of the car stays ahead of the value of the loan. When the loan is higher than the car's value, you are in what lenders call negative equity. And negative equity limits your options. You cannot upgrade easily. You cannot trade in without paying the difference. You cannot sell without covering the shortfall. You can get stuck in the loan longer than you planned. This is why choosing the right car matters. This is why budgeting matters. This is why understanding true cost matters. Because when you understand the full ecosystem, not just the loan, you make decisions that protect your future, not trap it. This is the power of knowledge. This is why this pillar matters. And this is why you are already ahead of most young Australians, because you are learning the things nobody taught you. In the next pillar, we will step into the buying path, the step-by-step journey of choosing, inspecting, and purchasing your first car with clarity and confidence. Your quest continues.